Okay, welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon on ET Now. Let's now welcome the management of Rossari Biotech. I have with me Sunil Chari, the promoter and managing director of the company. Mr. Chari, thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. This is in fact your first quarterly numbers as well since your listing. And I think it's a pretty good set really, from what's being observed in terms of the stock market reaction, the fact that, we are seeing, growth come in for the financials as well in the quarterly numbers and margin expansion too. So, Mr. Chari, to start with, what was the quarter like? I mean, the fact that you cater quite a bit to the FMCG space, to the home and personal care space. What sort of, demand traction did you see from some of your key clientele?
With the small bottles, we see, full book orders for the next month as well. So the health and hygiene has been a focus which is growing very, very fast, and it is here to stay because of the corona pandemic. Our pet business also is looking, very good in sales, and the textile has come back to normalcy already. The textile specialty chemical business, because we have a time lag. If we supply a chemical today, it takes 2 months, for the fabric to be made into a garment to reach the retailer shelves. And they see a good demand, especially in the export market and also in the domestic rodent markets.
All right. How do you see, or rather which segments do you think it's going to be mostly around the whole health and hygiene segment where you are going to see continued traction for the rest of the fiscal as well? And also margins, there's been a good, expansion that you are witnessing in the current quarter. Do you think that can sustain?
Yes, we are, confident of doing the 16 to 18% EBITDA margins, which we've guided, for this year. And we are focused on operations, we are focused on cash flow, we are focused on getting into new customers. So we started Walmart now with the hand wash. Again, it's part of the health and hygiene portfolio. And we have, a list of customers which are marquee. So Unilever and Godrej and Dabur and Marico and Amazon and now Walmart.
Right. So growth rates for the company has of course been phenomenal. Maybe one would say that it is on lower base, but do you think such growth rates would tend to continue?
Yeah, we have given a guidance of 15% growth rate for this year, and we are confident looking at the new facility at Dahej, which has come up now. We see new customers in different sectors, especially in home and personal care and performance chemicals. And even the animal nutrition market is looking very robust. The collections have been very good. Sales have been very good, and we see, we achieving the targets of 15% growth this year.
So, growth for a company like you always comes from new products, the way they, innovate, the way you tend to see acceptance. Which are the new products that are lined up for the company?
We have set up the new lab, the Rossari Center of Excellence for Chemistry at IIT Mumbai, and probably we are the only company in the chemical industry who has a lab in IIT Mumbai at Powai. And we have 40 scientists working there, and we are focusing on the health and hygiene, especially products which are more sustainable, surfactants which are more biodegradable, products, like non-alcoholic sanitizer. Now people are using a lot of sanitizers, but they're all based on alcohol. So we are working on new non-alcohol sanitizers and a lot of new disinfectants. People want clothes which are antiviral now. You want a bedsheet which is antiviral, and you want a shampoo for the pet, which is again antiviral or antimicrobial. And you want to wash, the legs of your pet, whether it's a dog or a cat, with an antiviral shampoo now. And this is going to stay. The focus on health and hygiene is going to stay, and we are focused on these segments.
Well, Mr. Chari, I'll definitely be a customer for the non-alcoholic sanitizers. Looks pretty intriguing, or sounds pretty intriguing to me. Mr. Chari, what, you had the IPO, you have a good cash-generating business as well. If you could just run us through the cash utilization plans. You mentioned a couple of, capex where you are sort of using the money, like, for example, the Rossari Center. But if you could just sort of run us through the whole capex program and how we could see it reflect in the business as well.
We are sitting on cash of about 100 crores. We have a very eminent board, and the board is very focused on restricting capital. We have traditionally respected capital. So we are looking at a lot of acquisition opportunities. They are on the table. And we hope, to have something, where we can deploy cash, which gives us the right ROC, which is the main basis of doing business here.
Okay. All right. How are you looking at competition? How are you looking at your peers, Mr. Chari? And I'm not sure if market share really would be a criteria, for the specialty chemical space, for a company that's catering to this FMCG space. How are you looking at that?
We traditionally believe in not looking at competition. We believe in competition following us. So we believe in creating new categories which are within the four corners of our chemistry platform. So we are into surfactant, enzymes, acrylic, and silicones. Within this core chemistry, we are looking at new launches. For example, in the personal care, we're looking at essential oils, serums, body washes, products on body and hair care. And in pet shampoo, we are looking at the export markets, especially the American markets for future, which is on the natural bandwagon. So surfactants, which are natural, biodegradable, good for the dog's skin. And the focus on health and hygiene, will always be there now, I think, post-pandemic.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us. Always good to get perspective from you. On that note, we are taking a break, coming back quickly, leaving you with Nifty up 55 points, about 20-25 points off the day's high.